straight up out here. I'm not out here, I'm in my room. But I'm straight up smoking penises. That's gangster shit. You ain't never smoked a penis, you ain't shit. Don't talk to me unless you smoke penis, dog. I straight up smoke penises every day. I smoked 2 penises since I woke up this morning. We out here smoking penises. What the fuck is going on here, Joe Diaz? What is happening when you can't even smoke fucking weed, okay? Look, we're people, okay? We can handle it. We can handle smoking weed. I don't get why people are so fucking upset at the idea of people smoking pot. What the fuck is going on, Joe Diaz? What is happening? Look, I'm moving to Austin for a couple reasons. Firstly, you know, it's way too crowded here. It's way too populated. I try to smoke pot and I can't without somebody coming up to me, asking me for my autograph, asking me how much I made on Spotify. Look, and I just want to smoke pot, okay? I just want to smoke pot. And with Texas, it's a little weird because it's not 100% legal. I know CBD's legal there. That might be an issue. But other than that, the store's the only reason I'm here, you know? The store is the only reason I'm here, and without the store, without Joe Diaz, without Theo Vaughn, without these guys that I work with every night, I'm gonna be going. I'm leaving. The interdimensional globalist vampires have infiltrated American government and factions of the American government, the CIA, the FBI, the DEA, the ATF, and they have gone to the root of the moon, and they are gonna insert a camera into the 5th dimension, and everybody is gonna be infected with the cancers. No, dude, I've just been trying to do my thing on YouTube, and you know, before this happened, I had only gone up a couple times. I went up at a D12 movie premiere, like Swifty from D12 and Nate Mathers, Marshall Mathers' brother, Eminem. They had a movie come out, and so I did stand up at the after party there. Damn. And it was at a bar in Novi, and then I started doing it. I did it for like the Democratic National Convention because my buddy works for them. So I got like 10, 15 minutes there. And, you know, I've only been doing it for, you know, a couple of years now. I moved to LA when I was like 24. And, dude, it was just chaos, bro. Like, I don't think I could ever live there, you know? So I figured I'd take my shit online because I'm more of an impression guy anyway, you know?
Well, that's how I heard about you, was the original You Smoking Penis, that video?
Yeah. Yeah,
dude,
that's not even
where did that go viral on? Like, I remember the reason I went and looked it up on YouTube and found your channel was because a streamer was saying, and I was like, oh yeah, we always used to say that shit. Where did that come from?
Well, I know it was, I'm not claiming it. Like, I definitely don't have the rights to it, but somebody was saying it before, but me and my buddy Nevada used to say it when we were like 10 or 12. He'd be like, dude, we out here smoking penises. We call it cigarettes, you know, because we wanted to hide it from our parents, you know what I mean? And we'd be like, you smoking a penis? And like, you know what I mean? They'd be like, oh, shut up. You know what I mean? Our parents would be like, why the hell are you talking like that? But we would go out, you know, and smoke cigarettes and be like, yo, let me smoke that penis, dog. You know what I mean? And you got a light for my penis? Yo, let me light that dick up. Like, just stupid shit like that.
Dude, that's way better in front of your parents to just be like, yeah, we're smoking dicks, not cigarettes. Don't worry. We're going to suck dicks of strangers in the streets, Mom and Dad.
Definitely had some homoerotic tendencies as a younger man. So, yeah, dude. It just kind of took off from. I was thinking about it one day. I was like, dude, that shit was so funny. And I mean, not to most 25-year-olds, you know what I mean? Like, but like, I'm pretty immature. I thought that was just the funniest shit ever. My buddy's the one that said it, and I was just like, why don't I just make a video, kind of like Unforgivable style, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, mad at you for not sucking dicks. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're smoking penises. What, you don't smoke penises, dog? Dude, you ain't shit unless you smoke a penis, like that kind of shit. And like, I mean, that was the only one that kind of took off a little bit on my YouTube channel before this Rogan impression. But dude, I've been doing these impressions for since I was like 13, man. Like, you know,
Dude, that's what people don't realize is like it takes years of like just saying shit to your friends until like the impression gets good. You know?
Exactly, dude. Exactly. It's it takes forever, bro. Like some, you know, with some I don't even try. Like, but there are people I don't even want to do impressions of. Like my Uncle Paul, dude. I can sound exactly like my Uncle Paul. He goes like this. He goes, he'll call my house and he'll be like, Mike, what's going on? It's Paul. What's happening? What are you doing? Yo, I gotta go cut a tree down. Let's go. You ready? I'm going. Like, and that's, dude, and that's him to a T. I do that for my family, bro. I have them crying, but see, that's when I realized nobody knows who the fuck these people are. Like, nobody knows who my Uncle Paul is, dude. My little French Uncle Paul, dude. You know, he's got a real Napoleon complex about him. But, you know, and I could do my coaches and shit, and I could do my teachers. And I kind of started to do, like, my first one that was, like, famous. I started kind of doing, like, Seth Rogen. And I would just be like, the car is dead, soul. The car, it ceased to live. It's not alive anymore. We need to get to the road and hitchhike back to town, man. Like after Pineapple Express came out, I started just going off of that one. But yeah, that was the first one where I was like, okay, maybe I can do this if I get better at it, you know, and start doing it with like really famous people, you know.
Do you have a car?
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude, do you develop most of your impressions in the car?
Oh, dude, I had a van, bro, for a long time, bro. Like, I had a 1998 Dodge Caravan, bro. Since I moved back from LA, I was broke as shit, dude. I lost all my money out there. You know, I moved. Me and my girl broke up. It's a long story, but.
Oh, did you chase a girl out there?
Oh no, I was living with her out there. That's who was paying the rent, and I was going to the Comedy Store every night, not having a job out there.
Did you get on Kill Tony?
Oh, hell no, dude. I never got on Kill Tony. Dude, Tony Hinchcliffe scares the shit out of me, bro. He just is like, he seems just so, I don't know. He just seems so fucking mean, you know? But no, I watched a lot of Kill Tony, and I watched a lot of, you know, Diaz and Rogan and those guys, and like Jesselnick and even like Brody Stevens, who's deceased now. But I got to spend a lot of time, you know, standing in there all night because I never had to be up for work, you know. So I just watched them and just kind of just do my own thing at coffee shops and stuff and get up for like a couple minutes. Because in LA, there's all these coffee shops and they all have stand up in them, or like guitar or whatever. Like you just go in there and do 5 minutes.
That's like more an alt scene. Do you do impressions in stand-up? Oh,
I have to, dude. That's like my shtick. Dude, I don't really have a lot of good material, bro. Like, but like not. I don't even think I have a good type 5 anymore. Like, I just feel like, you know, my opening line when I moved out to LA was, yeah, what's up? I'm Adam Shutt. You know, I moved out here at the same time Harvey Weinstein stopped jacking off on hotel room ferns. You know what I mean? Like, just the Weinstein shit was happening then. And so, but like, yeah, I mean, in this van, bro, I had this 98 Dodge Caravan, and I would just sit all day and just do DMX or Ja Rule. I would just be like, if we gonna ride all night. If we gonna fuck bitches better be tight. If that's the head, then the head better be right. Like, and I would just spit. Yeah, and I would just spit whoever, you know, like Lloyd Banks, I'm the #1 stutter, gold beat with the rubber, like just stupid shit like that. And, you know, I'd do Ja Rule, I'd just be like, Ja Rule, baby! You know what I mean? Like, just, and I would just kind of just, you know, just little lines. Beasties, really, though, is what made it happen for me, is the Beastie Boys, because they have such distinct. Yeah, you know, they're old school, and I never listened to them before, but I was like, they have really distinct voices, you know? And I feel like if I could find a way to sound like, you know, MCA or Ad Rock or Mike D, you know, that would be dope. You know, it'd be like, because it's 3 different voices in one verse. So it's almost like practice for your vocal cords. You know what I mean? Like, I always do the very first verse in the second song, I'm Licensed to Ill, before I do my impressions. And it goes like this. MCA starts off, he goes, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And when I'm on the mic, the suckers run. Down with Mike D and Ed rocking you ain't. And I got more juice than Picasso got paint. Got rhymes that are rough and rhymes that are slick. I'm not surprised you're on Mike D, B-E-A-S-T-I-E. What up, Mike D? Oh, yeah, that's me. I like Franks and pork and beans. Always bust the new routines. I get it. I got it. I know it's good. The rhymes I write. You wish you would. I'm never in training. My voice is not straining. People always biting and I'm sick of complaining. So I went into the locker room during classes. Went into the locker and I smashed the glasses. Like, I would do that.
That's on point, yeah.
And it goes kind of low to high. You know what I mean? MCA's low. Yeah, yeah. And then, you know, Ed Rock is super high. You know what I mean? His voice is like, it's almost like screaming, you know?
Yeah, dude, now that I think about it, like a lot of growing up, I would like try to copy, I guess, a singer's voice exactly, like music that I like when I would sing along. Rather than putting my own spin on it, I would try to get it exactly. And I think that's what lends itself to like starting impressions, you know?
Absolutely, dude. My mom was a singer growing up. You know, she had a band and she was always really, really good at singing, you know? And I thought I was going to be good at singing. And I just... Not at all, dude. I suck at singing. But the cadence and the pitch, I can get down. Like the actual, and then like if I'm around somebody for long enough, I can do it. Like it's just. Right. But other ones, dude, you got to work at, man, because you don't get to meet everybody. Like if I was around, you know, like Joey Diaz, I could do Joey Diaz really good. But I can't even do Joey Diaz. I can barely even do Joe Rogan. You know,
Joe Rogan's. Sorry, I had to cut you off, but Joe Rogan, do your Rogan because that's one that I could never get because it's so like nondescript, but at the same time, it's like very iconic.
It's because it's not really anything, right? It's not like a Christopher Walken, like, yeah. You put pineapple oil in it and you rub it. You know what I mean? It's not like a Woody Allen or it's not like a De Niro or anything like that. It's so like nondescript, you're right. And it's so like, it's just very bland. It's like, and it's not too nasally either. And I can only do it really like when I'm really focusing on it. Like the one I have right now is like, that I'm the only one that I'm proud of that's on YouTube. Not the one. There's one that has 25,000 views.
Nice.
Where it's like his commentating voice, and that's like a big deal for me. But like, it's his commentator voice, and that one is not good. But I'm not gonna take it off because it has 25,000 views on. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot. You know, I have like no views at all. But my other one, it's got 15, I think, and it's just Joe Rogan talking about pot, and he just goes like. He goes, what the fuck is going on here, Joe Diaz? What is happening? You can't even fucking smoke weed. Look, we're people, okay? Everybody likes smoking weed. Makes everything better. I don't understand the idea that people have that weed makes you lazy or dumb or stupid. They're dummies. They're dum-dums. That's old. That's old. That's stupid. That makes no sense. Like, so like even that though it's too nasally and I'm trying to perfect it so hard and it just is it's more down in the deep in like the baritone, you know, part of your chest, you know.
Dude, yeah, that's the thing about impressions is like you get it after working for so long, you get it like 85-90% of the way there and it's still off a little bit and then it just takes like years to get it like that extra percent to be like fucking perfect, you know.
Yeah. I mean, watching him do Alex Jones is fucking just awesome because Alex Jones is great. Alex Jones will just be like, now there's interdimensional aliens inserted into the fifth dimension, and there has been a cancer of the United States of America and factions of the American government. Like,
And one thing I want to say about that is it's kind of like a globalist plot to have sex with our children. I don't want to have sex with these children, but they're making me, damn it. And that's what's identifiable. Like his is easy to do because it has that southern twang to it, you know. Whereas like I respect the plot because it's so fucking non-regional.
Yeah, and it's a little bit of a gurgle. Yeah, for Joe, it's just like, he has such a. It's so normal yet it's so not. But like, yeah, I mean, he's definitely one that I'm working on constantly trying to perfect, because nobody really has a Rogan impression, dude. Right. Pella, this guy named Brent Pella on YouTube, he does like a Joe Rogan, like what Joe Rogan says, you know what I mean? And it's like on point, but he doesn't try to sound like them. It's not like his impression of him. It's just like what Joe Rogan thinks and says, you know what I mean? Talks about beef or eating meat and, bow hunting or whatever, playing pool and shit like that, UFC.
Yeah, I think I've seen those videos, but that's like the apex of doing an impression, is when like the material in the impression is like so funny, but also like original to like your own point you're trying to make.
Right.
Because I feel like a lot of people either do an impression and it's like really fucking on, or they, like that guy, they just write like good material that's relatable to the character. But
yeah,
if you can get it like only 90% of the way there, people will overlook the parts that are fucked up if the material's good,
Absolutely, yeah. And then it sounds even more like them, because that's something they would say. You know what I mean? Like, if you have like, if you have like somebody talking about, like, if you have Joe Rogan talking about fucking like basketball, nobody's gonna fucking believe that. He hates basketball. Like he you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's ridiculous to think that he would, talk. So then so it's super unbelievable that way. It's more believable to have him be like, I'm on the carnivore diet right now. I've lost 12 pounds. And it's been great. I used to have a belly. I don't have a belly anymore. Like, and, I highly recommend it. Like, that kind of shit. Like,
Joe, I can't be doing that kind of shit. I mean, I'm getting the shits over here just thinking about the kind of shit you're eating, dog.
Yeah, dude. Joe Diaz, man. What do you think about all these comedians moving from California to New Jersey to Texas to North Carolina?
I mean, it's sad, right? Like, LA was the place to go actually make money doing stand-up. Like, I know so many New York comics that are funnier than all those comics, but they're still driving trucks, like Mike Racine. It's sad.
It is, dude, because now it's like not even a thing, bro. It's like you can't even do it. Even the most famous people can barely do it. Like Chappelle, he's doing shit, I think in like Seattle or something, he's doing like open live shows. But dude, he's paying out the nose for that. Like, he has to get everybody rapid tests. Like, he has to make sure everybody's social distance. He has to, like, it's such a pain in the ass, bro. So it's just like, I don't see it coming back until at least next year. And I don't see them coming back to LA for a couple of years. Like, I think Joe will come back as soon as this shit's over.
Yeah. Well, do you
see
only for the really good comics, like, I feel like it's hard as like a middler to get anywhere, because everyone just like goes to the internet for comedy now. So it's like you don't get the practice time in at shows. Like, people aren't coming out to see a nobody because they could just go on their phone to see a nobody do shit,
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, you just type in what you want to hear, and that's it. That's what I do. When I want to hear a Theo Von clip, I fucking type it in and be like, yeah, man, that was when I was in this damn cult. You know what I mean? He starts talking, and that shit's hilarious, and I don't have to pay the $25. I don't got to bring my girl and buy 2 drinks and park my car. You know what I mean? So I feel like now, with the way things went, and like how many comedy stores and, all these places that had to close. I mean, I know the stores reopened, but it's just for like dining, and it's like, it's not what it was at all. It's really weird. So I just think we're going into I think we're forced into a new, generation of comedy where it's just going to be all online,
That's really sad to think about.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
So wait, why did you leave LA? Like, what was the defining thing that you were like, all right, fuck this?
Well, originally, okay, I moved out there, dude. I had a '05 Grand Prix. Okay. It's like in October of 2016. Yeah. And I put my Vizio TV, my flat screen in the back seat, fucking drove out to Santa Monica because my girlfriend at the time had an apartment on South Bundy and Santa Monica Boulevard, which is about a mile or like a half a mile from where OJ killed Nicole and Ron Goldman. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it is. I mean, unless OJ's running around with a knife, but yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Of course.
So I moved out there. She's like, I got this place. Why don't you come live with me? I was like, fuck yeah. Always wanted to move to LA. So I move out there, and I'm driving from my apartment. I take a right, and I take South Bundy all the way up to Sunset Boulevard, dude. And I'm driving past the Comedy Store, and I go, I am never leaving here, bro, ever. And I got a job at the Jaguar dealership on Olympic, and eventually got transferred to the one on Sunset. So I was doing pretty good, and I didn't have to pay rent, right? This girl's father was like a litigator. He was loaded, bro. Our rent was $2,100 a month for a 900 square foot piece of shit. We had a tiny ass garage, and let's just say things got pretty messed up pretty quick. I was doing a shit ton of drugs. I was drinking. I was fucking getting high. I was trying to do my comedy, and all I was really doing was going to the Comedy Store. But what isn't what made me move back is we got evicted, dude, for being way too loud all the time. So we had the cops called constantly, bro. We had like fucking, the ambulance coming in to checking out my girlfriend to make sure she was all right. We were partying, we were partying pretty hard.
That's why you got to do impressions in your car. Cause if you're just screaming like Alex Jones 24/7, people are like, we live here too, dude. Like, you can just be screaming about pedophiles next door. So you moved down there and you're living there. You were doing a good amount of stand-up, open mics and shit out there?
I mean, yeah. I mean, not as I wasn't going out 6 nights a week like I should have been, but I was going out, probably 3 nights a week, going to coffee shops around there, going to coffee shops on Olympic and Santa Monica and on Colorado, and all these little spots, because I was afraid to sign up for open mic. First of all, the Comedy Store, dude, you're grandfathered into that shit. Okay. You have to be the doorman first. And then if you can't get doorman, you're screwed, because there's so many fucking, as Joe Rogan likes to call it, murderers, that like, there's so many good people there that it's impossible almost to get up there. It's not like when Mitzi ran the store, Mitzi died like last year, I think, or maybe 2 years ago. But before that, even she wasn't even running the store. It was somebody else, approving all the comics. And then you got the Laugh Factory, you got the Improv, but all these places are more spread out than you think,
Yeah.
And I just didn't really have time to plant my feet down the way I wanted to, because I had to take care of this crazy chick I was with constantly, make sure she, wasn't fucking dead. And I was just thinking about, I was basically just thinking about getting high, I was thinking about doing drugs or drinking or whatever and just having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Working every day didn't really help either, but it was definitely a learning experience for me. I wasn't even there that long, and I ended up going to jail for brandishing a weapon, and at my apartment.
That's generally frowned upon in LA, yeah. Just owning a gun.
Oh yeah, just owning one. So I got arrested, went to LA County for a couple nights. I got out, and when I came home, my girlfriend had sold all my shit. So basically everything that I owned, except for my car and my phone. So then we got evicted the week before I went to jail. I got out a week later. We were supposed to be out of there the day I got home. So she's going, back to rehab or whatever the hell she's doing. I'm like, okay, where am I going? Okay, I got two choices. I can live in my car out here, or I can sell my car for a plane ticket because that's all it's worth at this point. I had hit so much shit in that thing. Like, I dented it all up. I hit somebody into an intersection. I hit some little car into an intersection. Like, I got a bunch of tickets and shit. And so I sold my car for like, I don't know, I think it was like $1,800. I think I paid $2,000 for it, so I didn't do that bad. Yeah. Bought a plane ticket home, admitted defeat, and just kind of came back to Michigan, dude. And I've been back for a year.
And how's Michigan? I mean, did you do comedy before Corona shut it all down?
Yeah, that's when I had just when I got back, I had started doing stand-up, like, for real, like, seriously, and like putting my name on lists and like actually doing sets and like writing material. I was writing material in California. It just wasn't very good. I wasn't getting a lot of good reactions from it. So here it's a little bit easier because people are a little less PC. They don't get so offended. Like, it's a red state. It is. So I mean, and that doesn't mean that Democrats or whatever. I don't give a shit. It's just easier. It's less PC here. You know what I mean? People take jokes easier here. You know what I mean? People are easier to get along with too. So yeah, basically I just started doing it here, and then COVID hit, and dude, I had nothing. I couldn't do shit. I was like, all right, I'll start a YouTube channel and maybe I'll get some play on that. But for the foreseeable future, I don't see me doing stand-up for another at least 2 years until we get a vaccine.
Yeah, right.
When's the last time you went up?
So I went up like 3 weeks ago at a comedy club. And then like 2 weeks ago, we got an order from the county that they had to shut down. So everything now is just like out in a park, which I guess if you can do good in a park, like you'll be even better when it goes back to inside.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, fuck it. You know how it is. It's like cliquey. So it's like a group of 10 comics. That's what the mics consist of. And they've always been that, but now it's more so just like the 10 comics who are friends at mics. And,
right.
The PC nature of being in Chicago. Like, I've dealt with my share of that. Like, I had so much confidence coming out here because I was like, 2 years into comedy. I finally had like 20 minutes of material that I could do solidly. And I came out here, I was doing well. And then this fucking, like, this non-binary chick or them or whatever, after I went on stage, I guess I had bombed, sure. But she came up, when I came off, she's like, dude, you're honestly like an asshole. You're fucking misogynistic and blah, blah, blah. And she was like saying it in front of every comic. And, and it was like the fear of all the comics had like a fear of like backlash of like saying something in support of me, like, right. Oh my God, maybe I won't get up at fucking Greg Bartusiak's open mic in the park next time if I say something against a trans person. So that basically like shook all of my confidence out here, which like in Jersey, if you bomb or you say something fucked up, as long as you're not consistently being a dick, like there's like, there's a reprieval, like there's a way to come back from it. But out here, if you fuck up in front of comics, you're basically looked at like you're a pariah at this point. Or at least that's what I experienced with that shit.
Well, dude, and then especially because, all right, you're in a park, so you're not even the setting for the people that do get offended. Like, people are going to get offended in any setting, right? But right. Out in a park, dude, I feel like they take things more personally because they're not in the place that says, here's the comedy. You know what I mean? Like, they're not in the place that says, this is where jokes happen and outside isn't. You know what I mean? So, like, it's a weird spot. Mark Norman, I watch a lot of him. He's really funny. he's been doing it in the park, and you can hear he's getting booed, he's getting yelled at, like, and he's like, you know, he's a great comedian, you know. Yeah. Also a little bit offensive, but I mean, dude, that's what comedy is. You know what I mean? Like, this is what this is all about. Like, it's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to hurt a little bit too, dude. That's what I think. I think that's why it's funny. You know what I mean? Like, that's why. If it wasn't, then that wouldn't be comedy, you know? So yeah, I mean, that's a tough deal, but dude, I think you should just stick with that, bro, for sure. And just keep doing that shit until, you know, until Pfizer or somebody fucking makes a goddamn, you know, vaccine for this shit, dude. Because this is ridiculous.
I mean, even when they have the vaccine, I'm not. I mean, I know I'm not gonna take it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna get my flu shot this year. I mean, I feel like I probably already had that coronavirus last year anyway. You know, so, yeah, dude. It's a tough go, dude. It's definitely not what, like, we got screwed because right when we're coming into it. How old are you?
26.
Yeah, I'm 28. So I just turned 28. So it's like, you know, right, you know, been doing comedy a couple years and this shit happens, you know what I mean? It's really kind of destroying some people's careers. Like, and I'm talking, like, there's some really, really funny comics out in LA, dude, that nobody knows, and they would have if this didn't happen, you know? Like,
yeah, I mean, this is destroying everyone. Like, if you're a high school athlete and you have plans to play in college or like make a living doing it, and you're just actively getting worse because you're not playing all the time, it's the same.
Yeah. Thing. No practice. Yeah. No practice is going to make you, it's just going to make you rusty and weird. And it's just going to be like, people aren't going to be able to like just come back and just do it. It's like, if we're out for long enough, dude, it's just going to be real weird, bro. And it's going to be interesting to see the people that do come back and how they do, you know?
Well, that's the thing. Stand up, like, you have to play to random people. So you have to make your shit palatable to like in the park, you have to make your shit palatable, like a dick joke palatable to some lady walking her dog, you know?
Right.
Like, when you're doing shit on the internet, like, I feel like I'm being too much myself at this point. Like, I'm just saying the most fucked up shit that I can think of that makes me laugh. And I'm like, wait, that's not going to work on an audience if, like, you know, 10 people find that funny on the internet, you know?
Yeah, but different strokes for different folks, dude, you know? So
but that's
like,
not stand-up.
Oh, no, not at all.
Stand-up, like, you have to, like, be like, do you like me? Do you like me? I hope you all like me, because
that's why
this is what I want to do.
Yeah, that's why I go up there, dude. It's because I just feel like, you know, I never felt comfortable with myself, dude. I never felt, that's why I always did drugs. That's why I always drank. That's why I always had poor taste in women. As you can see, you know, I'm fucking went nuts. But, you know,
I'm sober now.
Yeah. You know, and me too. Like, not like, I'm just not doing what I was, bro. And like, I'm living a more stable life. You know, I have 2 jobs, and I try to do as much as I can in terms of comedy, you know, on my off days. And that's really pretty much it until it's back to normal, you know? Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's a pretty weird situation we're in, obviously, but I think overall it'll make both of us better if we just keep sticking with it. And, you know, those park gigs, man, I got to take my hat off to you. That takes some balls, bro, because, you know, people aren't even expecting that. They're like, wait, what? Is this you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, that's most open mics. Like, I hate that when they're like, we're going to kamikaze the bar regulars with comedy, and then half of us just fucking bomb, and they're like, I'm not coming back to this bar, at least on a Wednesday.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man, I've been booed pretty poorly. You know what I mean? I've been yelled at. But I mean, YouTube, man, YouTube comments, bro, can hurt too, bro. I get some bad.
For sure.
Motherfuckers come after me, dog. Like, you know, and I get it. You know what I mean? Like, when I see something, I shit all over it too. But like, when I see something I don't like, but the amount of good comments I've gotten is actually really surprised me, and has encouraged me to like keep doing it, because at this point it's like, after that happens a few times, and after you get, you know, booed off stage, and you get you know, some shitty comments, some really deep dark, personal, shitty, comments, like you kind of just brush it off. You're like, well, whatever. I'm not going to stop doing it because of what you said. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to keep going, keep getting better, and fuck these people, Like, what do you think? Because how many views do they have? You know what I mean? Like, what are they doing? When did you ever go on stage? You know what I mean? You were too afraid to. That's why they're fucking doing it, because they just want to be they want to do what you're doing.
Dude, that's why I say, like, if a hater comes at you, like, that's like you're still evoking an emotion out of them. Like, it's like when you're doing stand-up and you're like bombing and people are, I would almost rather like people be mad at me than they're just silent, and it's just like not even validating that I'm in the room with a fucking mic, So like, if you have haters, man, like, fuck yeah, like, they're helping you on the algorithm by commenting something that they're angry at their stepdad about or whatever that is actually happening in their minds.
Right. Exactly, dude. And I feel like, because we don't know these people, with when you're doing stand up, dude, and you can see your audience. You can see who disapproves and who approves. You know what I mean? You can see who laughs, you can see who gets offended. And it's pretty funny to see the people that laugh versus get offended, because especially when you used to be able to say racial jokes, like some people that you expect not to laugh, and the people that you expect to be, happy aren't, you know what I mean? So with the commenting on YouTube, bro, it could be 13-year-olds, it could be 40-year-olds. You don't know who the hell it is,
Dude, racial jokes are so fun.
Dude, and they're funny, bro. I don't care what anybody says, man. Like, dude, Richard Pryor, bro. He used to do a white voice, dude. This shit was hilarious, bro.
I mean, black people can still do racial jokes, but like and that's almost why racial jokes as like someone who's white is more fun, because people are so up in arms that you're doing it. And it's almost like if you can get away with like sometimes I do I do a lot of racial jokes still, and black rooms respond to it way better because it's always white people feeling bad on account of someone else that they never met.
Yeah, dude. Black rooms are tough, but once you get them on your side, you got them. Like then they like you. You know what I mean? Like you gotta fight for their love, bro. But like once you do, like they give it up for you. You know what I mean? Like white people can go back on you at any time. They're like Philadelphia Eagles fans, bro. They go fucking back and forth. You could win a championship and then be down 21-0, and they just start booing you. So it's like it's different. It's definitely different, doing different rooms like that, white rooms versus black rooms. And there's not really too much of that out in LA. There's a lot more of that here in Detroit because 85% of our city's black, We got the Jewish community. They're pretty cool. And then that's pretty much it. Like about 5% white people,
But it's like pretty integrated out there, like not segregated.
Oh, dude, it's completely segregated. Flint, where they don't have fresh water still, is completely black. That's like 90% black. Detroit's 85% black. And then there's Dearborn, which is all Muslim. Ferndale's like Jewish. Those are like the different neighborhoods in Detroit. And then where I live in Brighton, outside of Detroit, is just like a bubble, dude. It's all white people. It's like 99% white. Dude, basically, basically Detroit and Flint are black, and the rest of the whole state is white. It's crazy.
Well, if people were white in Flint, the water would be fixed by now. It's just because they don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
No, but like that's what I noticed coming to Chicago from Jersey. Like Jersey is so like when I lived in Jersey City, which is like across the water from New York, like my neighbor was Filipino. My other neighbor was white. My other neighbor was black. Like there was no segregation. Then when I came to Chicago, like I did a joke, like I'm a Chicago liberal, which means I'm like a really big black rights supporter, but I've also never had a black neighbor. It's like that thing of like, I don't know any black people out here, but like I'm the most staunch supporter of civil rights. So it's weird, man. Like I don't get the segregation aspect of it.
Yeah, it's real weird. That's the same. My parents are Dems. We voted for Obama. We voted for what's his face, this last guy. Anyway.
Yeah, that's how unforgettable.
Not would have voted for Bernie. You know what I mean? Obviously, you're gonna vote for Joe. I guess I don't know, dude. I'm not voting for Joe or Trump. I can't do it, dude. I just won't bring myself to do it. You know, something's wrong with Joe in his head. He's like real fucked up, and everybody knows Donnie T's fucked up. So it's just I'd rather just stay out. So.
Dude, honestly, like it's pretty scary. Like he can't put a sentence together. I don't know. It is.
And that's not even me being bipartisan or anything or to the right or to the left, dude. That's just my honest opinion, bro. And if people could step back from which party they represent, you could see it, dude. It's like he's clearly got something going on. He's very old. He's not gonna make it, bro. Like he's just not. It's an age thing. That's the same with Trump. Have you ever went back and listened to like his 2006 rallies just for the fuck of it? Oh yeah, dude. They're crazy.
Like, he speaks twice as fast in that though than he does now. And it's like, why are we electing these people who we know like your brain is actively degrading?
Oh yeah,
exponentially.
How is this our only two choices, bro? Like these two are our only two choices? Bro, I can go out right now, get a rock and hit somebody smarter than these two, dude. Like, let's get somebody in there that can, like, how is this not, like, how are we not, you know, with, like, the best people, the smartest people? Like, it's clearly set up for them to win, obviously, whoever they want to win. And I believe that's there's gatekeepers, just like in comedy, you know. And with politics, that's all it is it's all about gatekeepers, bro. They all control it.
Did you experience a lot of that in comedy? Like, not a lot. It's not a lot about skill. It's maybe like 30% about skill. And the rest of it is like if you have like proper social skills, which I don't.
Right. They don't want white dudes, dude, out there. Like in LA, bro, you know there's so many white guys, bro. It's like, dude, I don't need another fucking white dude. Like, we don't need you, dog. Like, I don't care what you got or what you bring to the table. Like, we got enough white guys, you know, and especially now. Look what they did. They gave that chick Lily Singh. You know who that is? You might not. They already canceled her shit, I think.
Oh, yeah. They gave her a show.
She's terrible, bro.
Yeah.
Awful. Dude, you look up on YouTube, bro, it'll make you sick. And then you got Schumer, bro, who's terrible as well. You know, grandfathered in. Who's her uncle? Chuck. You know what I mean? Chuck Schumer is a senator or whatever the hell he is in Washington with Donnie T. You know what I mean? It's like, how is she still even around? She stole so many fucking jokes, bro. And then she tries to put Brian Callen on blast for sexual allegations, bro. Like, who does that? Who tries to destroy another man's career? Like,
well, to be fair, it was like rape. It's not just like he's making a shitty comment.
I mean, with D'Elia, obviously, you know, there's so many, but with Callen, dude, there was one, and I don't even know where the evidence is, and I haven't even seen it. Like, and you know, whether or not it's true, dude, it's just like you got to be innocent until proven guilty, bro. We got to have, you know, the trial. You know, the jury and the executioner is Twitter, bro. It's like everything is decided from Twitter. You know what I mean? And it's rough, dude. It gets nasty out there, bro. It gets crazy. You know?
I mean, that's like the dark side of Me Too. It's like women were suppressed for so long that now they're like, I'm not going to go to the police. Which almost is worse because now they're like almost encouraged to just say things on Twitter instead of like getting criminally prosecuted.
Like, I feel like if you're a woman, dude, that was taken advantage of by, you know, Louis or Bill Cosby or, you know, Chris D'Elia or whoever it is, dude, this week, you know what I mean? Or like, I totally support you and I want you to, you know, get the, you know, the justice you deserve, man. Like, obviously, like, it's not even that, but I just feel like there's a lot of women that are like looking at it from a point of like, can I cash in on this? Can I maybe get some fame from this? Like, what can I get from this? You know, it's opportunistic. No, go ahead.
There's that chick in New York who Harvey Weinstein for some reason just went to like a New York comedy show, and the girl, like, she's not, I mean, in my eyes, she's not that funny. And like the shit she said to Harvey Weinstein was basically just like, you're a rapist on stage. And people were like, woo. And now she's got like 100,000 followers on Instagram. And it's like all that. And it's like being outraged is just for clout at this point.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I mean, a lot of women comics, dude, that are really famous. Dude, there's a lot of good women comics, bro. Nikki Glazer, you know, freaking Whitney Cummings, you know, Ali Wong, Esther Koo, you know.
And that's all of them.
Yeah. This Silverman, Sarah's good, but Schumer, dude, Schumer is like, bro, I don't even know why she would even be allowed to still do comedy. She completely stole jokes. She stole material. She wrote her show off of freaking Mad TV. Most like her skits came straight out of Mad TV, and she's just still on stage. And but here's the thing: even if she didn't steal all that stuff, even if she didn't steal Patricia's jokes or you know any of those guys' jokes, you know, like she's not that good, bro. And why is she still up there? Her time should be over. Should have never even happened.
Do you think she stole jokes, or she was just like a hack that was doing like simple premises that are like almost street level jokes?
Well, she was always hacky, and the Patrice joke, you could say that with Houdini, you know what I mean? The Houdini joke about, you know, or like Poltergeist, or like that's what Patrice called it. But I think it's a combination of a few things. I think it's that she's hacky. I think it's that, you know, she's not a good person, bro. This dude was filming his special, right? Mm-hmm. And I think it might have been at Gotham. I don't know. And she came in there, dude. This dude was filming his first ever hour, bro. His family's there. Everybody's there. And he's in the middle of his set. She comes and she goes, oh, I gotta rehearse. I gotta rehearse for this thing, for the whatever she was doing, whatever award show she was doing. I gotta rehearse. I gotta get up there. She's like, oh, he's in the middle of his hour. She's like, I'm Amy Schumer. You know what I mean? That's who we're dealing with. Like, that's what she's like. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like for the most part, from the comedians I've met, dude, a lot of them are pretty cool, bro. Like, a lot of them are like, at least if you're a comic or they see that you're an open micer, they'll at least like, you know, show you the respect enough to just say, hey, or just like, you know, just like not be a dickhead to you. You know what I mean? Like, that guy had to get off stage and have Amy Schumer come up just so she can do 10 minutes of bullshit about her, you know, how she stuffs dildos into her vagina or whatever she does. You know what I mean? Like, you're stealing Silverman's jokes. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, that shit is played out. You know, she's got another special coming out that's weird as hell. I don't even know what she's trying to go for at this point. But anyway, there's a lot better female comedians is what I'm trying to say. Ali Wong, dude, is a killer. She kills. Ali Wong kills. Whitney kills. You know, Esther kills. There's a lot of good women comedians in LA and New York. But
it's the same thing with like clickiness, dude. Like, a lot of comics are cool, like you said. But there's like a good sect of comics that aren't good. So that they play the politics like hardcore, like how to be friends with people, you know, how to get on shows, how to have a show so that people are like, oh, I got to put you on so that you'll put me on. Shit like that. Yeah, exactly. So like, even like the good women that I see, like a lot of the good women I've seen in different scenes, the better one, like some get through, but some of the better ones, like they're not PC and playing like the shtick of like, oh, it's hard being a woman. They're just funny. And that doesn't get them shows.
And it's not. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that was it.
But yeah, you just like, people are getting shows that like, okay, first of all, what's his face? That goes before Spade. Spade's show, Lights Out, is dope. But there's another guy doing I don't know what it's called.
Tim Dillon?
What is it? What's it?
Tim Dillon?
No, Tim Dillon's sick too, dude. Tim Dillon's really good. He doesn't get enough respect, I feel like. But there's a lot of good comedians that are white, bro, and they're men. And that's just, I'm sorry, but that just is the truth. And there's a lot of good comedians that aren't men and aren't white. You know what I mean? Dave Chappelle's probably the greatest of all time, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, Kevin Hart. Like, dude, there's so many good comedians, bro, that you can't just put whoever is a certain color up there. Like, whoever is the best man for the job, dude. Best man for the job.
That's like white savior. That's like white savior complex, where they're like, people can't be funny enough that are like, minorities can't be funny enough on their own right, so we have to give them spots because they're minorities. It's like, no, like,
that's racist in itself. Yeah, dude.
Right.
Oh, you're gonna give this guy a show because he's Pakistani? Like, what, dude? What? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, they tried that with Lily Singh, and dude, she had this wage gap workout video, dude. It's on YouTube. Check it out if you get a chance. It is probably the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life, bro. And it's just like, if you're gonna hire a show full of writers, bro, they don't all have to meet a criteria. This guy doesn't have to be a trans black dude or black woman, you know what I mean? Or a woman, like an older woman, or like, you don't have to fit these, like, just whoever's the funniest. What happened to that? Whoever's the funniest person, have them write, you know what I mean? Have them perform. Like, why?
You mean Jewish people? Jewish people are the best writers. I don't care what you say.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Bro, if you don't got a Jewish guy on your side, bro, you might be in trouble, dude. Jewish people are hilarious, dude. Like, look, Larry David, you know, Judd Apatow, Seth Rogen, you know, all those. Mitzi's Jewish. I mean, she owned the Comedy Store. Like, you know, they're just funny, bro. And Kroll's hilarious, dude. Andy Samberg, Jonah Hill, all those guys, dude, are hilarious, bro. And they deserve to be where they are. Like, people are like, I heard that a lot out in LA. Like, why is everybody that's famous out here Jewish? It's like, cause they're good. They're great at acting. They're great at writing, and they're great at performing. Like, that's Jerry Stiller, Ben Stiller. Like, they're not there by accident, you know. Right. Jerry Stiller.
Well, people get like scared. They're like, "Oh, you're trying to make some kind of like thing that like genetics play a role in, you know, thing in being good at things." When it's like, I don't know, maybe, or maybe they just value like being self-deprecating in education so they can write and be funny.
I think that's what it is too. I think the more self-deprecating you are, the more aware you are about yourself makes you funny. Like Larry David, dude, like funniest person ever, bro. Like, and Jerry too, Jerry Seinfeld, bro. Just, those are my comic, like icons, dude. Those are the people that I look up to. Those are the people that I wanted to be a comedian, you know, in the first place. Those are the whole reason I wanted to even be a part of comedy, was because of Seinfeld and because of Larry David and, you know, Seth Rogen, obviously, and that generation, Judd Apatow and Gary Shandling, people like that, dude.
You got a Jerry Seinfeld impression?
Oh, dude, what the hell's going on with this walkway? I can't do it. Never could do Jerry. Never could do George either. Or Kramer. I always wanted to do Kramer, though. Dude, Kramer was hilarious. But I love Seinfeld, dude. I watch it back to back to back, dude. I probably seen every season 10 times, dude. It's just greatness.
You want to hear my Kramer impression?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, wait, I can't say the N-word. Never mind.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's like one of those impressions where like you got to be so spot on because everyone has a pretty good impression. Same with like Norman. Like,
Norm Macdonald?
Yeah, or Norm Macdonald, yeah.
Yeah, Norm's fucking hilarious.
Like everyone can do that. Yeah, I'm Norm Macdonald.
Yeah, that kind of thing. That's why I don't want to do those kinds of impressions. Like, I have Pacino and De Niro on there only because that's who I started with. I started with Schwarzenegger and, like, you know, the basics. It's Christopher Walken, you know, shit like that. But I wanted to do somebody that nobody did, but it is super famous. That's why I wanted to start doing Joe. That's why I wanted to start doing, like, you know, just like think about them, like, or like Justin Bieber, like anybody that's like uber famous, that's like so famous and doesn't have a distinct voice. Like, that's why those people have so many impressions about them. That's why De Niro does, and Pesci. It's not because they're super famous. It's because they have a unique, funny voice, like an Italian voice. You know what I mean? So.
It's like, I remember growing up, I always did Hank Hill. And then everyone
hey.
figured out how to do Hank Hill. And I was like, fuck, I spent like 10 years doing that, dude.
God damn it, Bobby. What'd I tell you about hanging around with them kids?
But Dad, they're my friends.
Exactly, dude. Like everyone fucking grew up trying to do that impression. Then you grow up and you're like, God damn it, you all know how to do Simpsons voices? Like, fuck.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, Mike Judge, dude, is the fucking man. But yeah, dude. Yeah, definitely.
You son of a bitch.
God damn it, Bobby. What'd I tell you about hanging around them kids? I sell propane and propane accessories.
All right, buddy. Hey, I gotta get to work, but we should do this again, dude, sometime, bro.
For sure, dude. We should, I was thinking about doing some shit like actual writing with impressions and just do like short, 5-minute things where like it's written out, there's jokes behind it, and the impressions are on point. But I mean, I gotta get on your level, man. I gotta find an impression that no one does.
Oh, dude, you got the material, bro. You know what I mean? You're obviously the writer. So just, yeah, dude, send me what you got. I'll send you what I got, and let's fucking do it, dude. I'm down, all right?
Hell yeah, we'll be in contact.
All right, brother. It's good meeting with you.
You want to plug your, I'm going to make like a little edit so you can put your plugs up top.